Hey guys, Chad with New England Homesteaders here. I'm at Quarry View Farm today, and this is chicken harvest day. We've got about 60 meat birds that we're going to be slaughtering and packaging up today. So Bobby and I took a class and learned how to do it, and we've watched a bunch of videos, so we're internet experts, I suppose. But we're going to be doing this for our first time today, so it'll be a learning experience. And Deb is here to help me today, and we've got Bobby and his parents as well. So we're going to be slaughtering 60 meat birds. They're 8 to 10 pounds. They're 8 weeks old, and they are gigantic. So this is going to be a really interesting experience. I'm going to kind of document and walk through what we're doing. We are going to be killing animals. I won't put the bloody part on camera. There's plenty of videos out on YouTube. There's some great videos that are really educational that Justin Rhodes and some others have done, and you can really learn how to do this humanely. And Deb and I are doing this to help Bobby and Shannon, but also to practice because we want to do this next year. So we're going to be planning on doing about 150 of these next year as part of our homestead and farm business. And we'll be having multiple people help out and maybe even prepay or fund it, and then be able to take home grass-fed, pasture-raised chicken. And we'll be taking a few home today. And I've heard that once you try this pasture-raised chicken, it's pretty tough to go back to the stuff from the store. So it should be a very interesting experience. Deb and I are excited to kind of take control of our food source and where our food is coming from, and this is a great way to do it. And until I did the class with Bobby, I hadn't ever killed an animal hands-on like that before. I grew up hunting and fishing, so I've been cleaning animals and harvesting deer and ducks and pheasants and birds and stuff my whole life, but had never actually killed an animal hands-on like we do with these chickens. But seeing the way that it's done, it's as humane as possible, and the animals are treated well and have a great life growing up. They're not confined to little tiny cages and really inhumane living conditions, and they're not given any kind of antibiotics or steroids or hormones or anything. So it's a great way to take control of your food source and know exactly where your food is coming from. So I'll walk you through and show you the equipment that we've got set up. So here are the Cornish crosses that we're going to be slaughtering and packaging up today. They are good-sized birds. They're only about 8 weeks old, and some of them weigh probably close to 10 pounds. So we're going to be getting a lot of really good, healthy meat from these birds today. So the first step today is going to be placing the birds upside down in these kill cones, and it basically hugs the bird, holds them upside down in sort of an awkward position, and they really kind of mellow out, and they're calm and they're not thrashing around. Their heads protrude down from the bottom of the cone, and with a really gentle motion with a knife, you basically slit the artery that's right under their jawbone, and they basically suffer very little. They're not flopping around. It's not a real traumatic thing, and they bleed out very quickly, and they're unconscious within a second or two. The blood drains into here, all coagulates, and we can compost that. The next step is to remove the head and the feet, and then they're going to get dipped in the scalder so that the feathers are easy to remove. And we've got a scalder set up here. We've got the hot water from the propane fired burner over there as well, and then we've got a scalder here that uses electric heating elements, and it's got a thermostat that gets the water up to 145 degrees. You dunk them in there for a minute or two, and makes it very easy for the feathers to come off when we drop them down in this plucker. And this plucker is really interesting. It's got all these rubber fingers here. It spins really fast, and in a matter of 15, 20, 30 seconds, the chickens come out completely plucked, looking like a bird from the store. What's up, Paisley? All right, let's see the baby turkeys.
They're right in there.
Wow, cool. Little baby turkeys. They're gonna grow up big for Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? Awesome. And who else? What else is going on in here?
Mama Silky's under there.
Who's the black one?
Blackie.
Blackie.
Baby
What's up, Blackie? And Mama Silky's sitting on eggs again?
Yeah.
Is she always sitting on eggs?
Yeah.
Where is she? Oh, she's way back there. How many is she sitting on, do you know?
Not know. Well, the evil rooster's in there.
The evil rooster, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's the first one to go.
He's gonna go to freezer camp today? There's a lot going on at Quarry View Farm, and they are getting some more ducks, and they've got those baby turkeys, and they just built this duck coop over here to get the ducks separated. So this is a pretty cool construction like the other ones they've done, just some pressure treated on the bottom. Bob picked up a bunch of rough cut plank board, really cheap at a local lumber yard. And then they use these cattle panels, and they've got just some little metal strapping brackets on here, and the chicken wire fence, and decent little door. Very cool. We'll have to get some of these constructed over at our property. Relatively inexpensive way to build some good sturdy coops. And then you can cover this with a tarp or some plastic to give them some shelter from the wind and the rain. And I think they're probably going to put a little house, a little coop in there for them as well. Alright, so this is how the chickens go in here. The first one is in here. Just kind of gently stretch the head down below the cone, and you can lay the knife right along the jawbone, and it's pretty quick. Alright, so next step is the chicken goes into the scalder for 15 to 30 seconds. Alright, so those aren't, I'd do a little bit longer. Yeah, hold it down in there.
Chicken. It's chicken, right?
Check the feathers.
Close, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and then the next step is to take the feet.
Feathers seem pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So we just need to take the feet and the head off.
It was somewhere in here, right?
Yeah, right at that big knuckle.
Oh,
Maybe
boy.
like right above the...
Right in here. Yep.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
If you bend it, you can feel it a little bit. These are like twice the size of them ones that we worked on.
Yeah.
I gotta find the right spot. There it is.
And remove the head.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
cut
just
it.
maybe these are
Hold
bigger. Yeah, the other guy showed us that the head just comes right
Shave
off.
them off, but... Okay,
All right,
next.
and now ready for the plucker.
You wanna try it with one?
Yeah.
For this first one?
Yeah. Probably good. How's it look?
Dang. Yeah. That's nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. A few little extras to clean up and good to go. That thing's amazing. It's the Yard Bird Chicken Plucker. All the feathers and water just collect in the bottom. So we can get this set up with hoses. We can just turn this off. when we're not using it. Bucket's going to drain out, all the feathers will be caught in here. Add all that stuff into a compost pile. So we're about halfway done. We're getting the system down pretty good. So they come out of the scalder and we take the feet off, take the head off, they go in the plucker. We've only got about 20 birds to go. This is the electric scalder that's working pretty well. Seems to take about maybe 45 seconds.
Yep.
Maybe 45 seconds to get them so that the feathers pluck off pretty easily. Alright, so once they come out of the plucker, then we need to loosen up the crop, reaching down in the neck so that it'll pull through the cavity. Take the tail off. And you make a slit in the skin back on the back of the abdomen there, and just kind of reach in and scoop everything out.
Go.
And we're careful not to break the gallbladder, which
Like I
is
just
up
did.
around the liver. Oops.
But it's off of the
Alright, so,
chicken.
so we'll be careful not to get that on the meat, and we'll wash the table off good. And we're saving lizards. We're not saving gizzards, but we are saving the livers and the hearts. They hadn't had any food in 30 hours, so their intestines are pretty clear. Not a whole lot of poop in them. Carefully cut the skin around the anus and remove that.
Leaving a little thing to tuck the legs in.
Leave that little loop at the back there, and you can tuck the feet in there. Then up inside on the back, the lungs are down in between the ribs and the kidneys are back towards the back, and we just scoop those out.
Here's some lung.
Lungs, yep.
And then you just come back and get this little bit. This little thing. That's it.
Good to go.
Yep.
And we drop it in the pink water for the initial chill, and then we'll pull them out, clean them up, put them on ice, and bag them up. So it's about 1 o'clock, and we got started around 9, and we got all the chickens done, including 3 roosters who wore out their welcome here at the farm. One of them was from here, and a lady stopped by with 2 of hers, so we went ahead and processed them as well. We've got the propane burner fired up. We've got to get the water back up to 180 degrees so we can put the chickens in the shrink wrap bags. And here we've got all the chickens chilling in this cold water. And there's some in the cooler too. We've probably got over 60. We'll get a full accurate count on them. But we're racing against weather right now. I don't know if you can see the clouds, but there's these major storms rolling in. Almost looks like a big microburst or something rolling in. So we've got to get cracking on getting these chickens all wrapped up here. But for our first time, we really got the system down. And if we had 2 to 4 more people, it would have filled in the gap that we had between catching the chickens. We only had 1 crate, and that took a little bit of time. And then the amount of time in the scalders. So next time we do this, we're going to have 2 scalders and probably get a second plucker as well, and that should alleviate some of the gaps. And if we had a couple more people, we could get through this quite a bit quicker than we did today. But it's only 1 o'clock. We probably have a little bit more than an hour to go to get all these chickens bagged up. A couple things I'll mention that we used that were really helpful. First of all, was the scalder was amazing. We definitely couldn't have done it without the scalder. And the Cut Safe gloves, I'll put links down in the description for the gloves that we bought. And the Mora knives that we used for the actual slaughtering part of it were amazing. And I think the knives that they were using for the actual butchering of the chickens were outdoor edge, and they really seemed to hold their edge and work pretty well. So we'll get cracking with these chickens, get them wrapped up in the plastic, and try to beat this weather. So check this out, guys. We got a bunch of fresh, local farm raised chicken. It's about 2:30, so we got started at 9 o'clock, and it took a little less than 5 hours for 4 of us to process 60 chickens. It ended up being about 61 with those 3 roosters. So we definitely have the process down. We need a few more people to help streamline everything, but we got them all bagged up and shrink wrapped and everything. So it was a pretty good day. That storm was absolutely crazy. It blew through, and now you can see it's beautiful, sunny blue sky. But there for about an hour plus, it was just ridiculous. It was snow. It was thunder and lightning and wind blowing and everything. It was pretty crazy. So back at the cabin, gonna get cleaned up and get these birds in the fridge. I also need to fill the feeders for the bees. Give you a quick look at that. I realized after we put those feeders inside yesterday that I should have put them down underneath or on top of the inside cover. So I took care of that this morning when we got up. It was about 6 o'clock this morning. The bees weren't really awake and active yet, so I switched the location of those. I moved the inside cover right down on top of those frames so that it's closed. It just kind of dawned on me that would be too much space. Now look here, after the storm today, there's darn horseflies all around me, but the bees are active. Let's have a peek just inside here. I'll show you what I mean. So I moved the feeder in here on top of the cover. I had that cover actually sitting up here on top of this empty box. So I realized that was creating too much space for them. So I'm not sure what they're doing, all clustered around the opening here. But anyway, it's a beautiful afternoon now. I'm gonna go take a shower and get cleaned up, and let those birds sit in the fridge for another day or 2, and then we'll get them in the freezer. But maybe we'll cook one up this week, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm excited to do this on our own property up here next year, and took us about 5 hours for 60 birds. We're planning on doing about 150 next summer. Three big chicken tractors, 50 birds each. We'll need a little bit bigger crew and a little bit more time, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, but this is a pretty cool way to get started growing your own food and getting good, fresh, local produced, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, no chemicals, pesticides, or anything. So excited. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.